Hey, it's Will with Net Family Financial. Wanted to hop on here and make a video following up on a post I made about 2.5 weeks ago. It was about the kids, or the boys coming home. We had twins, for anybody who hasn't seen it. Caught a lot of heat. Don't know why. I think some people took it out of context. You know, you make one video, break it down into smaller clips, and they're only seeing that, and I get it. But here's the whole situation was really very simple. The main part of my post was simply talking about the differences in the way my career was prior. And the last year, I've been telling myself I'm going to adjust to 100% telesales, work from home, get out of the field, the whole thing. And 100 different reasons I convinced myself of kept me out, right? But with the babies here, in order for me to be as present as I want to be for my wife, for my kids, to be able to help her with everything, the only way to do that is to make the adjustment that I've been planning on making full-time for a year anyway. So that was it. There's no babies. I didn't sleep before these kids were here. No major differences there. My wife's a stay-at-home mom, and with everything that a new mother goes through when they come home with the kids, they're healing, a lot of the stuff she's got to deal with. I wanted to make sure that there was no additional stress put on her. She's not supposed to drive for 2 weeks. She's limited on how much she can pick up, all of those things, right? I wanted, the whole purpose was just, I need to be there for her. And the only way to do that is to actually be here for her. It went right over some people's heads, but the kids are great. Mama Bear's doing great. She's adjusting. I just wanted to make sure I was able to take as much off of her plate as I absolutely could, and fortunately, the career path I have chosen, what I do for a living, the people in the final expense industry, a lot of them have the ability to do telesales, to work from home. There's some people that get in this business that have been doing it for a long time. They are career field agents. They don't want anything to do with it. That's fine too. I'm getting ready to make a video, the breakdown on the differences, and as I'll get into that. But I've wanted to make this transition for a long time, and I've just been not really putting it off, but I do a little bit, start making some headway, and then I got to see this client, I got to go do this. I know I can hit these doors, and I got want to train field agents, which I will continue to do. But working in the field, I want zero part of it, zero any longer. I made the switch from Lincoln Heritage to Senior Life for 2 reasons. The contracts at Lincoln Heritage are awful for what I want to do, and that's not make minimum wage. And the second, telesales. Senior Life has the ability to do true telesales with the types of leads that we have access to. That's the small part, okay? And I've been pushing it off, maybe fighting it, I don't know, whatever. But, in order for me to continue to do what I want to do and be present, help her, eliminate as many things, take all the other stuff off of her plate, to running the kids, doing this, doing that, going to the grocery store. What I was saying was a person, whether it's myself or anybody else, if you have a regular 9-to-5 type job, you've got to be somewhere at a certain time and can't leave until a certain time. I couldn't just leave to go pick the kid up to do this, drop this kid off to do that. Oh, we need the grocery order. I gotta do this. The babies have their appointments. It's not a whole day, but I don't care where you work. Nobody's just letting you run in and out of the office. You're not getting anything done. I've been wanting to do this, and all I was simply doing was basically calling myself out, that regardless of what I'd convinced myself of the last year, on why I haven't done it yet and why I'm still getting in the car in the morning and driving to wherever. That's no more. If anything, it was a good thing. There was no additional stress that was coming my way. Beyond that, the hope was that maybe somebody going through something, somebody, whether they're in final expense, whether they're one of my agents or not, or they're considering this as an industry, or they're doing something completely different. They're taking on something, they're chasing a dream, they're going out, they're building something, right? It's hard to navigate the ups and downs of life sometimes and push through and continue to be motivated to chase that dream, right? I guess a small part of me thought that, maybe somebody would see that and think, yeah, this dude's also got a lot going on. I can definitely do what I'm doing. If he can do this, I can do that. I hate to see people give up. Things happen, and sometimes that chapter in your life is just done. That doesn't mean you gave up. It just means you're spent. You've given it all you got. It's given you all that you're going to get out of it. But that's not who I was talking to. Who I was talking to were the people that are they're chasing, they're beating down doors, they're putting in the hours. They may be working a 9 to 5, right? And they come home, they, kiss the kids, they have dinner, and from 7 to midnight, they're doing whatever it is, or vice versa. They're, working, 3, 4, 5 hours in the morning and then picking up a second shift job and adding weekends and then still having everything that life throws at them. It gets better. No matter what you're doing, if you're putting in the reps, if you're making contacts, if you're doing all the things in your industry or mine that one needs to do in order to be successful, my go through is different than somebody else's go through, but we all got to go through it. Whatever life has thrown at that individual that's got them in their head thinking, there's no way I can continue and get this thing done. Hopefully you saw it, or they saw it, or they see something and they realize they can figure it out. They can get through this. And that's it.